Earth signs, welcome. First half of January. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn today. And as always, these are general readings, so every reading will not have a message for everybody. If you feel like your sun sign reading doesn't resonate with you, you can check out your moon, rising, Venus sign reading, or any reading that calls your name. And if you want information on the decks or anything related to the reading or private readings, check out the description box. There's a lot of stuff there. There's timestamps, so you can skip to your reading if you don't want to watch the whole video. And yeah, I didn't do the weekend readings during December. Probably none of them. But I'm trying to get back to them this month. I just needed to have some time to prepare for holidays and relax a little bit. But yeah, I'll try to get back to them soon. And I think that's all. I hope everybody's had a wonderful changing of the year and holiday times and everything. And that you've had a wonderful beginning of January. And let's see what the cards say. First up, we have Taurus. How's all my Tauruses doing? Sandpiper Spirit says, be playful. Okay, that starts nice. And Chameleon says, act as if. Okay, the first notion I had of these two cards together is that maybe you are feeling a little down and it would help lift you up by, well, being playful and, I hate to say this, but acting as if you were okay. I hate to say that because I don't like faking happy if you're not happy. That's not what I mean. But there is some science, I believe, behind laughter therapy. Is that what it's called? But if you laugh, fake happy, or just force yourself to smile, it actually boosts certain something in your brain, and it kind of tricks your brain to become more happy or produce more of those happy, what are they called, hormones? Anyway, so in that way, doing things that you would do when you are happy, even though you might not feel like doing them. Like if you like drawing or writing or taking walks, whatever, simple things, if you do them usually when you're happy, but not when you're sad or upset or stressed, maybe if you kind of force yourself to do that, it would lift your spirit a little bit. Okay, not faking it, as in if someone asks you, are you okay? You say, yeah, I've never been better, when inside you're crying and screaming. That's obviously not very helpful. But doing the things you like to do when you're happy, even if you don't feel like it initially, might really help. Ooh. We have 5 of Wands. In this card it says challenging growth, usually chaos and conflict card. What else do we have? We have Judgment in this deck, Awakening, and 4 of Pentacles, control and security. Okay, so from these, it feels like maybe whatever is making you feel like this is lack of control or feeling like you don't have any control of what is happening. And it might create issues with other people. It might create issues within yourself. The Eight of Feathers, Eight of Swords is usually, what I associate with it is creating monsters in your head. Usually the card has an image of someone being kind of boxed in by 8 swords or whatever with a blindfold. And if they didn't have the blindfold on, they could see that they were not actually completely surrounded and they could just walk out of the situation. But they're like, oh, well, this is how things are. I'm stuck here. So the act as if also has that feeling of, are you really stuck or do you just act like you are? Have you completely lost control of everything in your life, or just maybe you need to relinquish a little control in one situation for now? Like sometimes if there are situations like that we need to kind of let someone else lead a little bit. It feels like, oh, I can't choose anything. I'm just going with the flow and I'm completely here helpless. When in reality it's just that situation or that couple of situations and you're still very much in control of your own life. The Judgment here, Judgment usually, it's like the final judgment card. So it's like, it's almost past that hurdle. It's just you need to kind of, whatever cycle you're ending here, you need to kind of take control of how you view your position in the situation. Are you completely helpless? Or are you actually like, okay, well, I can't control the situation, but let's see what I can do with it. How can I turn this into something positive? How can I make it funny? Can't really say what kind of part of life or area of life this could be about, like relationship or career or whatever. Or maybe just in general, but you take it however it resonates. I really like, I have this image of, I know that I don't remember what it's called. And even if I remember, it was probably in Finnish, so that wouldn't be very helpful. But in Harry Potter, there is the little ghosty thingy who shows you your biggest fear, and then if you make it like look ridiculous, it doesn't hold power over you anymore. It's probably a really bad explanation, but if anybody knows what I'm talking about, that might make sense. Of course, if it's a serious situation, you can't just joke around about it, but you can try to turn things to something positive. At least in your mind, like no situation is just all bad, usually. Okay, well that is all I have for Taurus. I do hope. Taurus? Yeah. Oh, I'm completely brain foggy right now. That's all for Taurus. I hope you have a wonderful beginning of January. Hope this was helpful, and I hope I'll see you soon again. Next up we have Virgo. What's up with you guys? Hope you're all doing well today, whenever you're watching this. Okay, we got 2 2. Yes, perfect. We have Wolf saying turn knowledge into wisdom, and Seahorse saying watch and wait. Okay, so you have, oh, I love how the colors combine here. Really has that kind of flipping the script vibe here with the colors, or eternity sign. That's really cool. Turn knowledge into wisdom. So it's tells me that there is some sort of experience that taught you something, and you might be facing that kind of situation again, and now it's your turn to kind of acknowledge that and go, wait, okay, what did I do last time, and did that go well or not? What did I learn from that experience? How can I do better now? And it might be a situation where you actually reacted, and now you could just not react. I have this feeling like someone is bugging you, and instead of lashing out, you just kind of take a step back and go like, you know what, I'm just gonna watch you do all this scene with the, you know, complete unraveling of your sanity and not react, and that way I will not be responsible for anything, and you're just a complete fool. Interesting. Let's see what we get from here. That was like very specific. What is it? 7 of Pentacles and the crystals here. Results. Options are results. So that this is like, it might be something that has been going on for a while. Okay, it's like always the same thing, always the same complication with the same person, or the same situation always goes the same way. So now it's finally that kind of like, okay, now stop. What do I know now that I learned from past experiences? And how can I make this? Yes, perfect. We have the Hangman. How can I make it work now? What do I do differently now? Patience and perspective. Watch and wait. It's the same thing. And that I was thinking about the Hangman when I said the flip the script, because that's basically what Hangman is. It's a switch in perspective. Like the Hangman is hanging that way so that he sees things in a different perspective. 2 of Feathers. Everything works so well together. 2 of Swords, decisions and direction. So you are faced with like, I do this or I do that, and whatever I choose here will affect everything. It will be a big difference. It's like, imagine a game where you have to make a choice, and that choice, it's like a butterfly effect. If you do that, the path goes there. If you do this, the path goes there. Have another 2. Oh, you have 3 2s. So yeah. 2 of Acorns, so 2 of Swords. No. Wands. 2 of Wands. Insight and focus. Really, I usually associate 2 of Wands to direction more than 2 of Swords. So it's really like clear focus on what you should do and where you should go. And it's this, I keep seeing this infinity symbol here. It's like always the same thing, but why is it always the same thing? Do you always do the same thing? Like, do you always react to the same thing in the same way? That obviously nothing is going to change. If you take a step back and go, okay, again the same situation, and I'm saying the same thing again and again. That's really annoying. Yeah. Pause, think, instead of reacting, act or don't act. Sometimes the best way to act is not to act. Just let them unravel all by themselves and walk away. Interesting. That is a very powerful position to be in if you can do that, or if you can just stop and let things happen and not get involved in it and then just walk away. That is a very powerful statement without saying anything. You're just making people know that their actions do not trigger you anymore. And that really pisses people off and throws them off. So use that wisely. I hope you all have a wonderful January, Virgos, and I hope I'll see you again soon. Finally, we have Capricorn. Let's see what is up for Capricorn for January. What do we have? We have the Flamingo, embrace the in-between. Okay, you might be between... Ooh. Too many. We'll take these two. You might be in between something right now. You might be in between jobs. You might be in between relationships. You might be in between projects. But something. And it might be complicated for you. We were talking about Capricorn, so definitely if it's related to like work or anything that is throwing your life kind of out of balance of what it has been and what it could be, might create confusion in your mind right now. But we have to bring your ideas to life. So this in-between state is a good time to kind of turn inwards, process any thoughts, check on your feelings, how you're feeling about things. Maybe not just hurrying to something new, but really going through the catalog of ideas of like, how could I use this time most beneficially right now? If I just focus on, okay, right now things are like this, how can I make the most out of this? If you're between relationships, if you're single, enjoy that time. Do what you couldn't do in your previous relationship if it was somehow limiting. Enjoy that. Do things your way. Go to bed whenever you want. Watch whatever you want on TV. Eat whatever you want. All that kind of stuff. If it's between jobs, try to go back to your creative side, your creative project, that kind of ideas. Whatever it is that kind of really sparks you up. Nine of Shells, Nine of Wands, we have Death. Transition, perfect for the in-between. And liberation, yeah, feel like a lot of times when we are in a kind of in-between state, we are stuck. We feel like we are stuck and we need to get further. We can't just stay here. But it's, you also need to release into that the freedom of being in between things, but also the being like, okay, even though I am here right now in this situation, I'm okay, and I have still things that I can do. Knight of Shells, gratitude and fulfillment, also grateful of whatever it was that went. Death also acknowledges okay, something is over and that is it. We are free from that, so we are grateful for the lessons from there. Eight of Crystals. And we are happy to be wherever we are right now. We have this opportunity to really invest in ourselves, invest in our projects, do what makes you happy. And we have Eight of Crystal, dedication and progress, which goes nicely with the idea. So if you do get that idea, like, I've been wanting to do this and this and this for a very long time, and now I finally actually have the time or whatever mental capacity for it, go for it. Do it. Enjoy this in-between time that you have to try things out and do that. We have Sun at the bottom of the deck, which is vitality and joy. That's really instead of sitting in I don't know what to do now because, need to do something. Enjoy it. Enjoy life as it is right now. Just remember one thing that really helped me, I have anxiety. So one thing that really helped me in stressful situations is saying, right now. So this is how things are right now. That doesn't mean that tomorrow they will be the same. But I feel like this right now. So you are in this in-between state right now. So right now you should enjoy that state. Enjoy that you are able to we do have this death here and we have the in-between, but there's no it doesn't feel like anything is stuck on the past, because usually with the death there is something like you need to let go, but in here it's like you already let go, you've done that, now you're just kind of like, well, something new here, but like relax a little bit, relax into the freedom that you have right now. And maybe when you start bringing your ideas to life and dedicate into one of those, you will find whatever comes next. Instead of just waiting, like, oh, nothing ever happens, I never get a new job or never get a new relationship. If you start on a hobby or something, you will meet new people possibly, or make other connections, and something new will come out of that. Okay, that is all for Capricorn. Sounds very lovely. I hope you have a wonderful January. I hope this was helpful. And I hope I'll see you all soon in another reading. And that was all Earth sign readings. So thank you so much for your company.